Hello, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you have been here before. Today we are talking on the topic of free will. In particular, what is it? And do others have it in our reality? That's what we're doing today. Stick around. My name is Hedley Derenzie. I'm a qualified life coach, author, and I am super passionate about the amazing teachings of the law of assumption as originally taught by the great American mystic Neville Goddard. It is the stories that we tell that create our life. So if you want to change any part of your life, then you have to start by changing the story first. And if you would like to create the most amazing life, then it helps to know how to tell the most amazing stories. That's where these teachings can really help, and that is why I am here. I want to help you to tell the best stories that you can possibly tell so that you can experience the best reality, because that's why we're here. If you would like support with that, I am available for coaching. I also have a free 21-day Set Yourself Up with the Ultimate Self-Concept course, which is the ultimate story you want to be telling. I am also on Instagram, and I have a Patreon page. You'll find all of those details in the box below or at my website, youaretheone.com.au. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, today we are talking about free will because I recently put a call out on my community page as to what you want to hear from me in my videos, and one of the questions was on free will in terms of what is it and do others have it. So that's what I wanted to answer today, and it's a great question. Neville says very specifically, free will is simply freedom of choice. Freedom of choice. But what exactly is that choice? With free will, we do not have free will over the fact that we are the cause of our reality. So that's the given. You don't have free will over the fact that you're God. You are consciousness in human form, and you are causing your reality based on where you're putting your attention and focus in a dominant way. That power is given to you and cannot be taken away. You cannot get rid of it. You can't do anything about the fact that you're the God of your reality. You're the cause of it. And you do that in consciousness, meaning consciousness is the one and only reality. Reality is the reflection of consciousness, and reality will reflect back what we are doing dominantly in consciousness. And my computer is about to run out because I forgot to put the cord in. So just hang on 2 seconds. So while you don't have free will over the fact that you are the cause of your reality, you do have free will over how you use your power. So you can do anything you want here in this beautiful physical form. You can use your power any way you want. You can create heaven, you can create hell. It doesn't matter. It's all consciousness, and the premise is that consciousness is the cause of reality. So whatever you do with your consciousness, that's your choice. You have complete free will over what you choose to put your consciousness on. Now, if you don't know that you're the cause of your reality and you are placing your consciousness onto all of the things that you don't want, that's what you're going to get more of. So you're really not activating that choice. You're allowing reality to govern what you do with your consciousness. And that's where things get into that cycle of like the cycle of occurrence, where we're not actually expanding our experience of reality because we're just creating more of the same by focusing on it. Part of these teachings is awakening to the fact that yes, you have choice over what you do with your consciousness. When I wrote my books, and I've shared this many times, but I've written a number of books, and those books are memoirs. They're based on personal experiences, and they're based on the experiences that a lot of people can relate to, kind of relationships that haven't gone well and difficult times that I've been through. So I wrote books about my experiences, and I made them a bit funny and entertaining so that people would want to read about it. And then I published them, and then I went off and did media or like a book tour, or some media stuff around the books that I wrote. Now, I didn't know at that time that I was using my power, I was using my consciousness to create more of what I didn't want, because I was paying attention to these old stories that I was spending many years writing about in these books, and then even longer going through the publishing experience and then the media stuff and all of that. And every time I retold that story, I'm just giving it more attention. I'm placing my consciousness on it, and then I'm sitting there wondering, like, why do I keep creating more of the same shit? Well, there you go, because we have free will over how we use our consciousness. So obviously now that I know that, and I know the importance of using my consciousness wisely and choosing where I want to put it and not putting it on the things that I don't want, I now know more and more and more to keep training myself to place it on those things that I want. And if I don't have it in my current reality, I go into my imagination and I make it familiar in there using my spiritual senses. Because as Neville says, you want to live from the end. You don't want to think of the end in terms of what it is that you want to experience. You always have to place yourself into the experience, make it real with your physical senses so that it is more real than your current reality where you don't have that thing. And that is a conscious and wise use of your power. Now, when it comes to other people, from the law of assumption perspective, everyone is you pushed out, reflecting back the stories and assumptions you're holding in consciousness about yourself and about them. So people have to show up according to the stories that you're telling about them. So when it comes to free will, they have the free will that you have in your movie. They have it in their movie as well. But when they're in your movie, they don't. So there are multiple versions of all of us, and where all of these versions are occurring at the same time. Like everything, every possibility, every outcome, every infinite, eternal, possible experience and outcome is existing in the here and now. There is no time, there's no past, there's no future, they're just concepts of consciousness. So we just experience 3D in a linear time. However, from a spiritual perspective or a law of assumption perspective, there is no time, there is no space, there is just now, and everything is happening now, and we're just collapsing our attention onto the things that we want or we don't want. And that includes the people who show up in our movie. So people will show up according to the assumptions that you're holding dominantly. And in that sense, they don't have free will. But that's not a bad thing, and that's not like something to be kind of get yourself all tied up in knots about, because when you know that they are you pushed out, you only want the best for every single person in your reality. So if you see, like, I'll give you an example. Yesterday I met somebody who had a really bad back. Now I know they're me pushed out, so I'm like, oh shit, I don't want a bad back. So I'm then visualizing them as we're having the conversation. I was just down at a store buying something, but I'm visualizing them going, oh wow, my back feels great. Oof. So I'm visualizing, I'm telling the story that they have a perfect, beautiful, healthy back because they're me pushed out. And I want the best for me, and therefore I want the best for everyone in my movie. So when you know that everyone is you pushed out and they don't have any free will, they have to step up to the story that you're holding in consciousness for them. You are then going to tell the best story for everyone that comes into your movie. So that's why it's not a bad thing that people don't have free will. Now, remember that if you're using your power to cast kind of, or curse or criticize, if that person, and Neville actually talks about this, he says that if you send, if you curse someone or you criticize them or you wish harm on somebody and they don't accept it, so it's not something that they would want for themselves, it kind of ricochets back and it comes back on you. So if you wish harm on anyone and they don't accept that in consciousness, meaning it's not something they would want for themselves, that will come back to you and it will form in your experience. So that again is why you never want to wish harm on anyone, and you always want the best for everyone that shows up in your movie, because they are you pushed out, they are your reflections, your reality is your mirror. So you always want to be telling the best stories for yourself and everyone else in your movie. And that's the game. Not always easy, I get it, but it is fun, it's an adventure, and that is why we're here. Please remember, you are the cause of your reality. You are the superstar of your show. You are the producer, the writer, the director, and the actor in your movie. What you assume to be true will be so. So assume the best for you and assume the best for everyone in your movie too, and you will have an amazing life. And this is my wish, my vision, and my prayer for you. If you would like support with anything I've talked about in the video, you'll find those details at youaretheone.com.au. Please like and share and comment on this video if you feel like it. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would love to have you. I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks. Bye.